Everybody is talking about this Reforge button, and by Gil do I want it in the game. But is it the best end-all quality of life update for the game? What are some other quality of life updates that we could really use right now? Ready your diapers, because these QoL suggestions will give you wet dreams for a few nights to come. Let's get into it. At number 18, we've got the EX skill leveling slider. I know you've done it before, you've had to tap that EX skill several times just to get it to level 20. Got no time for this. Let us farm, GUMI. Moving on, at number 17, we have the bingo board claiming button. You know it, whenever you're trying to claim that bingo board, it takes forever to click everything. Version A lets you claim everything on a single bingo board, but I'm personally a fan of version B, which just lets you claim absolutely everything in every bingo board. That's what I'm talking about. Next, at number 16, we have equipment crafting filters. There's just way too many kinds of weapons right now, and so these 3 buttons on top don't really work. We need more buttons. So here it is. Easily find whatever kind of weapon you want to craft, and soon enough we're probably going to need the ones for armor and accessories too. Number 15, still dealing with crafting equipment. We've got these filters, and they could be so much better. Right now, there aren't any filters for attack types, only resistances and elemental resistances. Because weapons are the most diverse set of equipment, we want to be able to filter out which kind of attack, defense, piercing, slash attack, all of that, which is missing right now in the filters. Number 14, rounding out the QoL updates that you use about once a day, a little less than once a day, we have the skip guild missions button. Yes, these things take forever to load. Just getting into one is a chore, and then if you're on ×2, ×3 speed trying to click that skip button, I'm over it. I am so over this. Once you've cleared it, you should be good. I've also added a formation button right beside it, just to remind you that you may want to select the most powerful team when skipping through this. Moving on to QoL updates that you'll be using more than once a day, number 13 is the friend gift claiming button. It's been said before, but it's worth saying again, I shouldn't have to claim 2 or 3 pages of friend gift medals. I know it sounds simple, but I'm no programmer, so I don't know how hard it is to implement this. Just hoping that it comes to the game soon. Number 12 is Guild Barracks Replenishment. Having to hop into Barracks and then click several times while waiting for the game to load in between those clicks is just too much. So here it is, a nice setup where you can use those fancy check buttons to decide what you're using for replenishment, a single click button that will allow you to max out your supply in the barracks, and lastly, a little checkbox to let you ignore that message telling you that you're gonna be going over your supply limit. I know, it might be a bit much, but if we're gonna dream, we may as well dream big. Number 11 is the Really Claim All button, which we want to see in the Missions and Milestones tab. Right now, when you claim, it only claims the rewards on one page, and on the daily page, it doesn't even claim the items in the chests. For something we have to do every day, this definitely needs work, but it does not make the top 10 cut, which starts with none other than Chocobo Expedition. This fix is a 2-parter, the first of which is a checkbox that allows us to ignore the fact that some of the people in the expedition are max level. Moving on, we have this updated expedition tab, which lets us decide which kind of tickets to use and how many to use all in one go. Kwe, witches. Number 8 is really hot and in demand right now, and it is none other than VC filtering by element. We want to be able to filter our VCs for specific element bonuses, because right now that filter tab ain't doing that work. For number 7, we're going to be playing a bit of Find the Quality of Life update with this photo. Pause the video now if you want to find the change yourself, but number 7 is removal of Esper resonance. Isn't it horrible that once you get a new Esper or unit, you're gonna have to send it on so many missions just to be able to play with it? I know, again, this is wishful thinking, so we've got 2 softer solutions. The first of which is to make the affinity and resonance quest much longer with much more waves of mobs so that we get the max benefit from running that key mission. The second is to make the keys consumable rather than having to boringly hop into the mission and cast a buttload of TP skills just to get the most out of the key we spent. Moving on, number 6 is the first of what is probably the most awaited part of these QoL updates right now, the Truststone section. And number 6 is none other than Truststone Visibility Information. This seemingly simple addition will immediately help Vision wielders tell if the formations they've made have created conflicts in their Truststones or if their setup has Truststone gaps. For number 5, we have changing what empty means in unit favorites from remove whatever is in the TMR and rune slot to leave whatever is there as is. I personally don't see a lot of people finding value in emptying out the TMR or emptying out the runes when there are items or runes already set in a formation, but tell me what you think in the comments below. Coming in at number 4 is Truststone Favorites in Favorite Equipment. There's currently no way to view what Truststones are favorited to a unit, and there's no way to partially modify it. If you want to change it, you're going to have to hop in and redo the whole thing. Adding menu options to change just part of your Truststone settings or just look at what you've got would definitely help make Truststones more manageable. We're in the home stretch with the top 3 QoL updates that I think should be in the game. And number 3 is the reforging option for Truststones. Now, we've got 2 flavors here like I showed in the start of the video. You've got the single reforge after you've built the Truststone and you've seen what stat it rolled, or here's one I like even better, though it's probably much harder to implement. This modified forging screen has a option to set the number of maximum reforges you want the game to automatically do for you. It lets you filter the additional abilities that you're willing to accept so that it can stop reforging already. And there's a keep only max value checkbox that allows you to say, you know what, if you didn't give me the max value in a target ability, you may as well go and reforge it because that rune's going in the bin. And while all of that is great, you still have to use these Truststones that you've made, which is why this feature comes in at number 2, Truststone Formations. Now you're gonna have to bear with me here as my Photoshop skills were just not up to the challenge here, but the idea is in your Formations tab, you can pop into your rune formations and then select one of them so you can see the unit, the TMR, and the runes that are gonna go on it. Of course, it should be able to let you change the selected runes and have the game assign the runes you need to the TMRs currently in your formation. Now, before we get to number 1, I'd like to say like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video so far. Number 1 really needs no explanation, so I expect most of you to hop off once you hear it. If you have thoughts yourself or if I got anything wrong, I would love if you put it in the comments, give us your suggestions, or even just say hey. So, without much further ado, number 1. Wouldn't you love to hop in the game and click one button to get all your dailies done, including guild farm, XP farm, guild missions, and all of that noise? Get it out of the way just so you can get hopping into the farming simulator. I mean game. Yeah, game. But it's gonna be a while before any of these come along, so if you need help working with Truststones, you can check out my other video on the Paragon system for Truststone management that definitely makes working with Truststones so much easier. Again, this was Ciscus, and I'll see you in the next video.